job for me. I've spent the morning in the greenhouse. There's no surprise there, is there? Everything is really coming on well. I've just pricked out a few of the honesty. I think I've done something like 30 plants, and we've got true leaves coming on the lupins, so you can just see a good example there. So they will be ready soon to put into their pots, ready to go out. Nasturtiums are doing incredibly well. Did spring onions today, and that's the Apaches. Still nothing from the butter beans or the parsnips. Third sowing, let's hope it works. Marigolds are great, amaranthuses are great, delphiniums have come up great, catmints come up great, Swiss chard, just waiting for the cucumbers, one in there, more lobelia there, straw flowers really pleased with, lettuces, first sowing of lettuces. Then we get into the chilies. Chilies are all in their individual pots now. We've got the bunny tail grass there, and then I've got the seashell cosmos there. Celeriac, just about to see, is coming up, and the black beans, the salad burnet, that looks quite healthy. And then we've got the sunflowers here. Nothing from the basil yet. Mange 2 is up. I've got one really good courgette plant and one very dubious one. Some more lupins there. Peas are up there. More chard in there, which was the third sowing of them coming across. The mullein is doing really well. More cosmos. Leeks, fantastically well. Brussels sprouts doing really, really well. And then we've got the French beans. So really, really pleased with the greenhouse at the moment. But if it's anything like your greenhouses, you're starting to run short of space. Just outside the greenhouses, I've got these beautiful hyacinths. The smell is divine. And this is where I've got the herb bed. Not a lot going on there at the moment, but if I do look closely, you can see the mints are starting to break through. I think there's about 7 different varieties of mint here. So I just need to check my notebook to give you what's in here. Camellia is starting to flower. I've got the fleece ready in case we start to get some more frosts. They have been nipped a little bit, but that's more by the cold wind than the frost. Very little change on the veg patch, other than if you look closely, you can see life everywhere. All the new fruit trees are showing signs of growth. Strawberries look much better. I gave them that chop back. Look at the blueberries. I'm going to give them another feed, even though they're in the right soil. Oh, we've even got a little flower there. This bed is a job for in the week if the weather allows. It's become quite compacted over the winter. I think where the dogs jumped around on it, yeah, you can see that the soil's really, really quite compacted down and not looking great. The seashells were used to stop slugs from eating the hostas. There is a hosta shoot there and there. I'm going to redistribute them around just to prevent those pesky slugs munching away on my beloved hostas. The heucheras, that was one I forgot to cut back. You should always cut away their old growth to allow the flowers to really zingy shine through. I did forget on that one, and one at the back. But yeah, this bed is one of my projects for in the week. I'm going to the garden centre tomorrow, and so hopefully I'll pick up some more hostas and things for this bed. So, I really hate bamboo. I loathe it. I really loathe it. This one last year had a massive cutback. It's quite square now, and yeah, it does nothing for me. All it's doing here really is hiding the filter box. I'm sure there's better plants and better shrubs, but gosh, what a bug to dig out. I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to do it. Yeah, don't like them. Don't want them in the garden. Shouldn't be here. It's a cottage. It's a cottage garden. Why on earth would there be bamboo? So yeah, flamethrower. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen that I got this pot and a twin from my husband and my son for Mother's Day. Absolutely gorgeous. No idea what I'm going to put in it. I'm weighting it down at the moment with some compost. If anyone's got any ideas of what to go in there, just leave them in the comments below. These are going to go either side of the front door. At the moment I've got 2 Buxa sempervinums there cut into balls. They're not doing really well there at all, so really I'm looking for some great ideas. You're so lucky we haven't got smelly vision. The muck spreaders came around last weekend and it's really whiffy out here at the moment. Hopefully the rain's going to wash that into the field and then we won't have to have that smell for much longer. I'll take a step back. So this daffodils are taken over from the snowdrops. The snowdrops I'm going to try and split and divide and pop in other places around the garden where we're missing them. If you remember, this was absolutely full of snowdrops. You can just see them here. And it seems a shame that they're tucked up in there. I will leave them up there, but just bring some of them down into the lower borders. Roses are doing incredibly well. Even the David Austin ones, the new ones, are showing signs of life. So very, very exciting times ahead.